everyone. This is Rebecca Flores, a self-empowerment mentor, and I am at RebeccaChannels.com. And I'm making another live video to break down what surrendering is, because I have had feedback already from my live video from moments ago, and it's clear that I didn't actually break down and go into the details of what surrendering is. I really talked about my story of surrender, and that you don't have to get to the rock bottom of your wit's end like I was to fully surrender. But I realized this is kind of like one of those catchphrases of the new age that there's misperceptions around. So I'm gonna talk in detail, briefly, succinctly about what the heck is surrendering, because it's like got these ideas and concepts around it, and people are confused. So I am really quick going to share this. It's a heck of a thing to do these. How do you? Oh dear Lord, to do these like Facebook things. Okay, there we go. So people have already replied. Hi, Matt. People have already replied to my previous video, and there's points where I'm going to have to close my eyes, because sometimes that is just necessary, we're going to say, for focusing purposes. One of the things that is easy is online. It's weird. It's weird to be online and to talk and not like have face-to-face conversation. So anyway, bear with me. If I have to close my eyes, I have to close my eyes, and the content will be better that way. So, oh, and there's my phone alarm. Okay, stop. Okay, phone alarm has been stopped. Okay. Surrendering, I want you to let go of all perceptions and ideas and concepts around what that word means. I want you to be able and willing. Willing is the key word. Willing is the biggest key word that I have found in opening my heart and experiencing miracles. The miracles I have experienced from within, and truly, these are unexplainable miracles. They're not explained by the mind, by textbook, the best way you can explain them is quantum interconnectedness, quantum energetics. And I love talking about quantum nature of the universe, but I don't typically go that deep in these videos. So if you want to talk about that, then send me a direct message. And maybe I'll do a video as well. But there is no plausible explanation for the miracles that I have experienced personally. And if you are like me, you have experienced some touch of the divine that is completely unexplainable. And you know when these things happen, so there's different levels to these things, right? To these personal experiences that happen on a level that the mind cannot explain, and you can't even talk about it because it does it no justice whatsoever. There's no way anybody will ever know unless they have their own personal experience of the divine. And I know a lot of you have, and that's who I am that's who I am excited to connect with, because you'll understand where I'm coming from in ways that the others might not. And it's all good. It doesn't matter. That's another thing I'm going to say. I have to continue to break down these barriers of what, we've got all these things hooked into all these words and concepts of spirituality, of God, of channeling, of psychic, of surrendering, of love, of, all of these things. And it's important to me that I clarify, because it's all just kind of like, we got to let all that shit go, literally, because all of that shit comes from categorizing, trying to put things in concepts that are from the brain, that are linear, that are based in our in a physical perception, a narcissistic perception, something that is much smaller and more narrow than the actual divine. So there are levels at which you can relate to divine touch, divine experiences. Whatever you want to call them, I call them the divine. That for me, that word is just like the word for me. But I'll use all these other words because the words aren't it. It's like, okay, there's a saying that there's a concept that I learned in my Eastern religions class in college. And it may be Zen, but I know for sure it was during our Buddhist time where we were learning these things. The label or the word, they're just like little pointers. In fact, it's coming to my mind that Eckhart Tolle also mentions this. They're pointers. Words are literally just little guideposts. They are not it. And we get that intellectually. We'll be like, oh, I know, I get this. You may have it up here, but to have it here, you have to experience it. And once you got it here, then it's like, boom. It's like, whoa. This is something you don't explain from up here. And you can't explain it from here. You can just do the best that you can with the language that we have. Which is why being in alignment with your divine truth. And I always work from connecting with divine, pure source, 100% pure love, pure light, so that the energy is present in the words. The energy is present in the transmission, whether it's video, whether it's over the phone. That is that's where the frequency is. That's where the codes are. And surrendering is not something you do. Surrendering is not something you make happen or you sit down and do. Surrendering is not doing. Surrendering is no effort. Surrendering is letting go and relaxing. If you are trying to surrender at home, breathe. Breathe. Let your spine become stacked so that there's a flow of energy as you breathe. When we hunch, we cut off the flow. So we have to be able to put a pillow on our lower back, or whatever works for you. Sit in a straight-backed chair, like I am. Position yourself so that your spine is stacked. I'm hoping you can hear me because I've had a little bit of microphone trouble on some videos earlier today. So I'm bringing it closer. To surrender You stop trying and you don't effort. There's nothing to make happen. It's the same thing with meditation. You don't do meditation. You stop and you breathe. So I'm doing this with you. My spine's relaxed, so there's no pinching, and I'm breathing. And what immediately happens is that my heart slows down. Everything, the energy around me becomes quiet. And it doesn't matter if you've done this before or not. You can do it right here and now and breathe and feel the energy of stillness and ease. So as you breathe, a technique to help you to come out of your mind is to just hear my words as they say. On your next breath in, drop into your heart. And state, please, Source, help me surrender. I surrender everything to Divine Source now. And breathe. This is surrendering, but it's got to come from your heart, not from your head, not from your mouth as hollow words. It has to come from just your true intention to be shown. No expectation of what this concept means or how you will be shown or what the answers might be or what you're looking for. No grasping for what you want. No grasping for a means. This isn't a means to an end. This is a choice. So that is what entails surrendering. You cannot understand it. You cannot put it in a box. You cannot try to do it. All you have to do is intend from your heart. And all you really need to say from your heart is, I surrender. That's all. Breathe. Let go of trying to make something happen. Let go of trying to get something in return. That is ego. That is ego saying, I'm going to do something to get something. Nope. You're doing this to find relief from what you have been grappling with. But you have to let go of the grip. Without expectation of what you think you should get in return. That's the difference between being willing from your heart to experience something outside of your ego, your mind, and the physical, and being willing to put yourself in a position where you can feel and receive from divine grace. That's it, my friends. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a good night.